Buckle up, sports fanatics. This is the Sports Chasers Podcast, your HQ for in-depth sports talk. Join host Kevin L. Warren and crew as they dissect the hottest stories, ignite debates, and bring you closer to the action. From locker room whispers to expert takes, we cover it all. It's game time, so strap in and grab a drink. The Sports Chasers Podcast starts right now.
Hey, good evening, everybody. What's happening, everybody? It's another edition of the Sports Chasers Podcast coming to you live and direct here on a Thursday night. Glad hopefully everybody's having a great week and everybody's taking care of themselves, man. A lot of things we got to get into the world of sports. The NBA has crowned a new champion. The Boston Celtics have won title number 18 on Monday night. We'll cover that. We got my main man, Ryan. He's on tonight to get ready to take care of that. We also have the Stanley Cup Finals. Edmonton looks like they are itching back a little bit closer into the series. Series is 3-2. They go back to Edmonton with game 6 on tomorrow night in Edmonton. Also, some golf. There's some baseball talk. And we'll get into it, man. Hey, but let's meet the crew. Dan K, what's up, brother? How are you today, sir?
What's going on, fellas? Good to be here. I hope everybody's doing well.
What's up, Dan? Kev?
Ryan, what's going on, man? How are you, sir?
Doing good, bro. Doing good. I'll be on audio tonight. Audio pilot.
So Ryan will be on audio. Well, be on the audio side tonight, man. So, life calls. And we're glad he's here. D-Dubs was here with his Dan. What'd you say gear he had on? His
weekend at Bernie's. He's gone fishing.
He's gone fishing. Shout out to Corey, Debbie, and Mom watching tonight. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Like I said, we got a lot to I didn't need to do that StreamYard. A lot to get into when it comes in the world of sports. Let me go through the Sports Chasers weekly recap here. Golf, U.S. Open last weekend. My main man Rory McIlroy, man, he did he collapsed at the end with Bryson DeChambeau winning the tournament on last week. I believe Rory McIlroy, he was up like 2 strokes and he just couldn't hit a putt to save his life. And the intriguing thing about this game, Rory has been McIlroy, he's been going through some personal stuff, and they say that was attributed to all of this. And whether you want to believe him or not, it might have caught up with him, and he wound up losing the Open. He hasn't won a tournament. They said like in almost like 9 years now, man. Remember, he was the poster boy. He was supposed to be the guy coming up after Tiger and all that stuff. And I hate when they put all that pressure on a person, stating that, hey, he's the next one, he's the chosen one, he's the one to take the mantle. That's just a lot. I believe, and Dan, because me and Dan play golf. I believe Ryan plays golf too.
I do not play golf.
Oh, you do not? Okay,
you
just help out.
I just help out, yeah.
You can go fishing with D-Dub.
Okay, so Dan,
I'm not fishing neither, Dan. I'm not doing that neither.
But we've gotten spoiled with Tiger Woods and Tiger, him, getting these crazy putts, that goes in and things of that nature. Dan, what's your thoughts on this collapse a little bit?
Well, I mean, right now, was it Scheffler and what's the other dude's name? Is it Schauffele?
Scheffler.
Like those two have been running the show. Like those guys are always at the top.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But it's, I mean, Kev, golf's a tough game. And then you had, how many times we miss putts? Imagine with how many thousands of people staring at you while you doing this. But, he said like afterwards he was going to take a couple weeks off to refresh and kind of get his thoughts together. Good for him. And he's been playing probably the best golf he's played in a long time, and he's really close to getting a win. But like he was supposed to be the next one, but we all know there's certain times, certain sports, there isn't a next one for a long time. Where it gets spread out. Right now that's what you kind of have. You got 3-4 guys that are playing really good golf. It just for him, I think I saw somewhere where they said they were reconciling. So good for him.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, him and his old
that makes a huge difference, and your mental state and being able to focus on what you need to do and not thinking about other stuff. But I hope he gets his 2 weeks, refreshes and comes back. And, maybe because I think he's going to be back. Was it the Scotland Open?
Yeah, Scotland Open.
I think it's the British Open. Yeah. So we'll see how he does in that. But I'm rooting for him.
Yeah, same here. D-Dubs, what's up, brother? How are you? You look very ghostly.
Yeah, I see that, man.
He's camouflaged.
Where is it? That I think it's the dark green against the green screen, so it might be a little bit of problems.
We play Where's Waldo?
Huh?
We playing Where's Waldo?
Yeah.
Let me move on with the Chasers weekly recap. Mookie Betts, he's going to be out for extended time. He fractured his right hand, and he's been having a great season. That's not the reason why I'm wearing the LA cap tonight, but he's going to be out for. They didn't say. I didn't see how it's fractured, but he's not going to have surgery or nothing like that. But
he got hit on the hand, I believe.
He got hit on the hand.
Yeah.
So he's going to be out for a significant time for the. I was going to say the Lakers. We'll talk about them in a little bit.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
The Red Sox on last Sunday, they stole 9 bases against my Yankees. That's a club record. Les Miles sues LSU claiming vacated wins have eliminated him from college football Hall of Fame consideration. I wish the DA was here because he would absolutely lose his mind about Les Miles.
Yeah, that's
Go ahead.
The DA's man. I don't know, man. What are you suing? I mean, he's suing for what again?
Vacated wins.
Come on, man. Stop.
I think it was something for violations or something like that. They vacated like 36 wins, which drops him below the 600. That's
600 win percentage or whatever.
It's a 600 wins makes you eligible for the college Hall of Fame.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's the DA's. Let's see what the DA's feelings about that. But I think he could keep on pushing, bro. I don't think there's any. I mean, apparently he cares. So
we'll move right along. The USFL championship was crowned on this past weekend. Birmingham defeated San Antonio 24-0. Hey, your guys' thoughts on the USFL? You guys watching? Y'all feeling it? You're not feeling it?
I mean, I guess
I'm not feeling it at all. I haven't watched one game of it. Sorry about that. My bad.
No, go ahead. No, right. You good?
Yeah, I'm not feeling that at all. I haven't watched. I tried to give it a shot last year, and then they merged the two leagues.
Yeah,
but I'm just not feeling it, man. I mean, at some point, man, even though it is the great American football, damn it, we need a break from it at some point. Jesus Christ, around the clock football, I just can't. I just can't do it.
Ryan, me and the DA speaks about this sometimes. How when we was coming along, and I hate to sound like the old guy, right? There was a time in the season when football, when the Super Bowl was over, you went into the NBA, the NHL, and then you went to baseball, and I get it. The NFL and football, they're trying to maximize all of the. How can I say? What's your main man, Daryl? When he said D-Dub says he's trying to maximize the calendar.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm holler at me in July when the camps open up, and even when we talked about Aaron Rodgers last week, missing mini camp and all that stuff, and then come to find out what D-Dub, me and you were talking the other morning. What's his name? Miss Camp. The other guy,
Riddick, Hassan Riddick.
Hassan Riddick.
Yeah,
and they said that was planned. So I don't know what y'all want. Well, I shouldn't say y'all. I know what I want. I'm like Ryan. Yeah, football's great. Please just give us a break.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just ain't no juice to that, man. That I don't know. It's not. I mean, when it comes on, I so happen to see it. I look at it for a minute and then I'm like, all right,
Okay.
I'm done. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not really checking. You know what I'm saying? It's just not it. So I think Ryan's right to a degree. Once you done had enough of football, and you might just need a break from you've been watching football every Sunday for past 18, 17 weeks plus.
Yeah,
I think it might be time. But I mean, it's good for the people involved. I don't know how much money they're gonna make from it, but
right.
Well,
Also too, I mean, there's no stars. You're basically just watching football for the love of football. There's nothing to market really.
correct.
There's no fantasy involved in it. You know what I'm saying? And let's be real. That's a big part of our sports now is fantasy sports. That's a big part of our sports. Whether you like fantasy sports or not, fantasy football, fantasy basketball, baseball, it's a big part. So when you don't have that, you know what I'm saying, as a part of a selling tool for the league, it's going to hurt it, in my opinion. So.
And the gambling aspect. I don't even know. Are people gambling on them?
I think you can gamble on it, to be honest with you. These gambling sites, you can gamble on everything, bro.
Okay.
So I do think I've never gambled on it, or even try to put a bet on it, but I believe you can gamble on it.
Well,
that's a huge aspect. Go ahead, Dan.
now I was going to say the benefit of this league, really the only positive I would think, is it's basically now the NFL has a minor league, so to speak, where these guys that don't normally get to play are now getting the opportunity to play, get experience. I suppose look, I couldn't tell you who the hell's who, what teams or from where, but I saw it was might have been one of their playoff games, but Matt Corral was playing as the quarterback. And it was like, oh, okay, well, he got hurt when he came to Carolina. He hasn't really played for the Panthers at all. But now this gives him an opportunity to go get reps and get playing time and be able to show, what he can do, because he's not going to get much time behind Bryce unless he gets hurt. So for that standpoint, the one kicker, I forget who it was. He kicked a 64-yarder or two of them at the beginning of the season. I saw he got a 2-year deal in the NFL. So, I mean, that's kind of the positive of it. But it's like, they can't really play any other time than what you're doing because, if you put it up against the NFL, what day are you going to play them? Because you got NFL's already got Thursday. You got Saturday, college football, Friday, college football, Sunday.
On Wednesdays,
Monday.
Christmas this year.
Yeah, they're playing on Christmas this year. But that's what I'm like, where are you going to slot them in? They play every Tuesday?
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I'm kind of like, right, like, at some point, like, well, yeah, I don't like watching baseball, but hell, I don't want to watch a bunch of football all year. Not that
especially a bunch of meaningless football, because it don't mean nothing. I mean, to us, I mean, maybe mean to them, but it's not really.
Ryan said, add some fantasy football to it. Watches.
Yeah, I guess if you know who they are.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that. I thought you could. Wow, that's an eye opener, man.
I know the angry one. The angry one has been watching.
Angry one, what's up, bro? How are you?
What's going on, fellas?
I don't like how D-Dub did that to you.
No. What am I not watching? What you said, D?
The USFL.
When
The
you
who?
turn your TV on,
The who
what you
SFL?
yeah. When you turn your TV on, using that, you so excited by the gleam on your face.
Oh yeah, you know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah.
Did you watch anything at all? Did you? None of us here. I don't think we've.
I
Really.
seen that it was on, and I think I asked you. Oh, I didn't know that the season was on, and I went back to my regularly scheduled programming. I'm sorry. So, yo, man, we love all sports, but I'm not going to sit here and act like it's on my radar like that. So,
well, it comes to a time. How much can you consume as a sports, guess, enthusiast and consumer? There's a lot.
Ryan got me down watching WNBA, man. That was like the last little small pocket I got. I'm sorry, USFL.
And Caitlin, not just Ryan, Caitlin Clark too. Let's not forget her.
No. It's the WNBA, man. You know we was rocking on that long before Miss Caitlin.
That's right.
Yeah, I must say you two have been on it because I have not at all.
Let me move on. Willie Mays, the Say Hey kid, he passed away at 93 on June 18th. This Willie Mays, man, he played for the New York Giants, and they moved to San Francisco back in 1957. And I believe he got traded back to the not back, but he got traded to the Mets in the 1973 season, I believe. And Willie Mays was a one of a kind. Me and D-Dubs was talking about the iconic picture or video where he was playing in Harlem, stickball. Yeah. All you youngins that don't know what stickball is, we used to play it from from sewer to sewer, something like that, some version. And it was kind of cool. It was like a very romantic time of baseball back in the 50s when, especially in New York, when the Giants, the Dodgers, and the Yankees, they all were good, and they would all face one another in the World Series. Well, the Yankees would face the Dodgers or the Giants in the World Series. I think within an 11-year span, like all 11 times, they was facing one another. And Willie Mays was a part of that stuff, and he was a really, really, really the Say Hey kid. And, he made that great iconic catch in the 1954 World Series against the Cleveland Indians. And that solidified, that was, I believe, in game one, and they went on to win that series 4-1. Willie Mays was one of a kind, man. He's Barry Bonds' godfather, to add to that. Go ahead, DW. You had something to add while I pick up?
No, after going back in the history, like I didn't even realize that he did play for the Mets back in but that was probably in the later stages as he was probably on his way out.
1972, he got traded to the Mets. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Everybody, obviously, I believe none of us was around when Willie Mays was at his in his prime and his peak, and you know what I'm saying. So, but everybody that the old school cats said that he was a great one. So he definitely will be missed amongst those legendary players. So again, rest in peace to Willie Mays.
To the Say Hey kid, no doubt. I'll give it to Dan. Go ahead.
I just remember always seeing like highlights of that catch, and it's still around, even when he was, retired and whatever, they still referenced him in, like movies with the, what was it? Cleveland, Major League or whatever, Willie Mays Hayes.
Yeah. Willie Mays Hayes. Yes.
And stuff like that. But yeah, he was a hell of a ball player, didn't get, to see much of him other than highlights, but, rest in peace.
His average was, hold on before his average was 300. He was batted 301. He had 339 stolen bases, 1,909 RBIs, 660 home runs, 3,293 hits. He had 2,068 runs scored, and he had over 10,000 at bats. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah. Also, too, I believe the term five-tool player was because of him, because he can hit with power, he can steal, he can field. His defense was great. So I think I want the term a five-tool player was because of Willie Mays, and I watch a lot of baseball, and I really respect what Tim Kirchin, when he talks about baseball, and he says he's the greatest player he's ever seen. And I'm not gonna argue when it comes to baseball. I'm not gonna argue anything that Tim Kirchin says. So props to Tim Kirchin. I like Tim Kirchin. So yeah. I mean, personally, I think Barry Bonds is the greatest player. But hey, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's when you have a term named after you, from that far, five-tool player, you was a bad son of a gun, man. So rest in peace to Willie Mays.
Yeah, great ball player. Inducted to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1979. He passed away on June 18th. Rest in peace, Willie Mays. To say, hey, kid. Let me get to this here. Ryan, your main man, NBA, Monty Williams. They parted ways. Detroit Pistons parted ways with Monty Williams, and Monty still was able to keep $65 million on his contract.
I know the Phoenix Suns were happy when Monty Williams took the contract with Detroit. I mean, that means they were off the hook. They only had to pay a prorated amount. And I don't understand the hiring, to be honest with you, because if you're gonna make that hire, you better bring in some key vets, sort of like what the Rockets did. They brought in Van Vliet to, Dylan Brooks to go with those young guys. Mm-hmm. So Monty Williams didn't want to. He said he didn't want to coach anyway. He wanted to take a year or two off before he coached, but then they threw so much money at him. He was like, okay, well, I guess I got to take it.
I can't say no.
Right, and he didn't even have to take it because he was getting paid from the Suns, from Phoenix. So I just thought what Detroit did, knowing that they were so far behind in their rebuild. I mean, you got Cade Cunningham, that's cool, but he can't stay healthy. And I know they just got they got a new GM, so maybe the GM wanted, his own guy. That has to be it, because they're saying that Monty was blindsided by the decision. So, I guess both sides kind of got what they wanted. Was Monty gonna be the savior for the Detroit Pistons? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't. I didn't get the hire. I don't blame Monty for taking it. They a team throws that kind of money at you, you kind of have to do it. But yeah, this is all on Detroit. This is all on Detroit. Mishandling the situation, and and they have young up and coming players. They got Asar. I mentioned Cade, but they're so far behind the rebuild. They're rebuilding, but their rebuild is so far. It's like they take one step forward and two steps back. So, and now this is another step back, because. But again, like I always say, I do not count these millionaire and billionaire owners' pockets. They have enough money to pay somebody to just go away $65 million.
Mic drop right there, boy. Go ahead, D-Dubs.
No, that's the truth. I don't know what Detroit is doing over there, man. To be honest with you, so that's just another bad creation. That's what ABC. You know what I'm saying?
Another bad contract.
Another bad contract, or I don't even know. It's not Monty's fault. It's the organization, man. It's a bad organization. Detroit is just, they can't get right. So in the end, they've drafted young players, and players can't. it's a lot of stuff going on there, and they can't get right. So one thing Ryan's been saying, can't these billionaire owners, and they get rid of players and get rid of coaches. Whatever. It's monopoly money at this point. So
it's definitely monopoly money. Definitely. E, your thoughts on the Detroit Pistons? Monty Williams.
Yo, man, this is why these teams are bad, man. I mean, you want to know why these guys keep getting on, top 5 picks, man. I mean, the organization, they need to look at the NFL and do exactly what the Lions did. You got to go get you a guy that knows a little bit of something. And I'm not taking nothing away from Monty Williams, but Monty Williams to me was not a guy to bring in to help rebuild or build this Pistons team. So that out the gate was crazy to me in the first place. But you need to bring somebody to bring some stability. You need to bring some stability. You need to bring some stability to that organization, man. And they don't have any. Soon, Cade Cunningham is the first chance he is going to be gone.
Peace.
And if I'm Detroit, I wouldn't even bother trying to match any type of contract or whatever when this contract is up and he's restricted. Man, just let him walk, man, because he ain't gonna want to be there. So you're gonna pay the guy more money just to trade him later on because it doesn't make any sense, man. But what do I know?
What do we know?
Well, Cade is up for his rookie extension. So, and they already said they're going to extend him. That's probably the only bright, again, they have good young players, but like I said, man, you can't like you said, Angry One, like stability. Monty didn't want to coach to begin with. He told you he wanted to take time off, and you still forced him to take the job.
Didn't his wife die? Is this the one his wife died a year ago? But that's another thing. His wife passed away years ago when he was with Charlotte.
Correct.
His wife a horrible car accident. He remarried though. He remarried. Okay. He remarried. And his wife is going through cancer. So that's another reason why he didn't want to coach. And then you fired him anyway. Like come on.
Damn.
It's just it's ridiculous. Like Detroit don't know what they're doing over there, man.
Yeah.
They definitely don't.
It's pretty evident.
Yeah, another bad contract creation or whatever you want to call it. That's the Sports Chasers Weekly news wrap up here. Let me read this call to action real quick. Attention all Sports Chasers podcast listeners and watchers. We're on a mission to build the ultimate community of sports lovers who crave genuine, unfiltered discussions without the hot takes or narratives. First up, for our YouTube family, if you haven't already, make sure you like, click, and subscribe to the Sports Chasers podcast channel. Your engagement not only supports us also help spread the word and other sports enthusiasts like yourselves. And for the podcast listeners, tune in into the sound of my voice through Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and other platforms. Your comments and those 5-star reviews, they really help us to boosting our visibility and ensuring we bring more of this content that you love to take a moment to leave your feedback. We read every comment and appreciate your support. D-Dubs reads every comment and he appreciates your support because he absolutely will say something to you if you do comment. What's your favorite words? Lovers, likers, or haters, or whatever you say.
Whatever, man. Just let us know something, man. Your comments are appreciated.
Yeah. I told one guy was last week and he said, "Man, you play prison ball?" I was like, "Jesus Christ."
Yeah, man. These guys, man. Yo, real quick. Speaking of prison, Ryan Garcia got suspended from and fined after positive PED test. That's the boxer Ryan Garcia. Yeah, man, this guy is a joke, man. I'm surprised they didn't ban him for quite some time.
Go ahead.
No, they gave Devin Haney his old back, so they're not going to count it. Yeah, so he'll be gone for a year. So I hope just for this, Devin Haney, they run it back since he's gonna be just for a year. He run it back and and make sure it's done right. But yeah, this is why boxing is has so many problems. There's a lot of problems in this sport, and it needs to be cleaned up. But go ahead.
Also, D Dubs, like I know before the fight he tested positive, and then after he tested positive. So if he tested positive before the fight, why have the fight?
Why did you let him fight? Now he's trying to say his people tainted his what is it, the supplement, his supplements or whatever he got.
Yeah, like okay, if somebody tests positive for an enhanced substance, steroids, how you gonna risk the other fighter's life? Letting him step into the ring with the guy who's
correct.
It just doesn't make any sense. Like you're worried about the pay-per-view money that bad?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's ridiculous. I've just found out it's
yeah, definitely.
They don't promote anymore. I mean, half the time I don't even know when a fight's on.
And if it's on, it's late at night. You be
late at night.
Eyeballs back, try to watch it.
And not Nick at night. It's late at night. Yeah,
late at night.
So they don't
care, man. At the end of the day, if he would have gambled on his own fight, then he would have been banned for life. But he could have possibly injured the next fighter. They don't care. We'll just give him a year.
Yeah, he should have been banned. He should. If you take any PEDs, man, in the sport of boxing, you need to be banned for life. That should be just point blank. Period. You should know what you're taking, and that's that.
Yeah, I heard it from D Dubs.
Yeah.
If he's the commissioner, if anybody has listened to this show for more than I say a year or two, you know that this man D Dubs will ban your drawers off. Okay, you'll be going for 3, 4, 5 years.
If you run around with streaks in them, yeah, you need to be banned. You need to be banned for life, my G. Yeah, it's unacceptable. Unacceptable, grown man running around here with streaks in your drawers. Yeah, you need to be banned. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shoot. How did we get this? How did we get here? Yo, man, let me get control of this.
Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen.
Shout out to Ms. Harden for checking us out tonight. Thank you so kindly. Let me move on to Major League Baseball Power Rankings for baseball. According to CBS Sports, the Yankees are currently number 1. They got their butts kicked today in the Bronx with the Orioles. Orioles are still batting around. Last time I checked, it was like 14 to whatever it was, but the Orioles was doing their thing against the Yankees.
Yeah.
Aaron Judge coming alive. Well, not coming alive. He's been alive. He's been tearing the cover off the baseball the last couple of weeks. The Orioles are number 2. As I before stated, the Phillies are number 3. They're 49-25. The Dodgers, they are 47-30. The Guardians are 46-26. And number 5, the Brewers at 44-30. The Mariners are 44-33. The Kansas City Royals, surprise Royals, are 42-34. The Braves are 41-31. The Twins are 41-34. The Red Sox are 40-35. The Blue Jays are at number 12 at 35-39. The Cardinals are 36-37 at 13. The San Diego Padres 39-40. The San Francisco Giants at 36-39. At 16, you got the Reds 35-39. And the Diamondbacks at 37-38. And I'm gonna stop here at the Mets. The Mets got some kind of crazy phenomenon. They're at number 18. They're 34-38. If you haven't been baseball, it's been a really good story in New York. The Mets have stunk all year long, especially with the roster that they have. They should be literally probably on top of the National League, but they haven't. And they had Grimace throw out the first ball if y'all know, if y'all hang out with
Yo,
McDonald's and
that's
all that stuff.
crazy. Yo, Grimace throwing
So,
out the first pitch.
Grimace threw out the first ball, like 7, 8.
Yo, my bad.
Grimace. Yes, the purple. What? I mean, I thought I used to get Grimace and then the Hamburglar, but Grimace is the purple guy, supposed to be the shape. So he threw out the first ball. About 7 or 8 games, and the Mets have won like 8 in a row. And they actually brought him out the other night to the closers music, and they won again. So like McDonald's even changed their Twitter, their X account from the Golden Arches to Grimace.
Yo, stop.
Yo, bro, I'm just telling you, man. A lot of strange things is going on in Flushing, but hey, Mills is not here to back this up. But yeah, I guess Grimace is the new not Mr. Met anymore, but Grimace is the new
Mascot.
mascot for the New York Mets. Shout out to Grimace. I never thought that Grimace looks like almost like Dan, what's the Flyers
Gritty.
yeah, Grimace looks like Gritty.
Jesus. So the Mets streak is continuing.
I'll have to check real quick what the Mets are doing, man.
They lost one, so they're 8-2 in the last 10.
Yeah.
So hey, whatever works there. They're in 4th place. 35-38. So 13.5 back. So I mean, I guess they need Grimace to pitch too. He might come out and be a closer or something like that, bro. I mean, it's strange things that's happened, man. But I think they're gonna need more than Grimace. But they've been playing good the last couple games, so
yeah.
But like I said, it's early. It's still early in the season.
Okay. There's supposed to be I'll just read this. This is from Fox Sports. It's almost been 1 year today since the Major League Baseball announced that San Francisco Giants and the St. Louis Cardinals will play their first regular season game at the oldest professional ballpark in the country. So they're playing tonight at Rickwood Field, having undergone millions of dollars worth of renovations while still maintaining its historical charm, is now ready to meet the moment. There will be a recognition of contributions made to the sport by Negro Leaguers who played in a time when they weren't seen as equal. There will be a homage paid to the late, great Willie Mays, who was also played in the Negro Leagues prior to playing with the Major Leagues, who began his career with the Birmingham Black Barons at Rickwood. And there will be, of course, baseball. MLB at Rickwood Field, a tribute to the Negro Leagues is underway. Follow alongside, as they say. So the Giants and the Cardinals will be playing tonight.
They're playing right now.
Yeah, it's on right now.
In St. Louis, 3rd inning.
That major MLB has thanks Eric. It's kind of paying homage. They did, they've been doing the playing the game in the Field of Dreams. They've been doing that the last couple of years and going to these little smaller venues and playing the game. Shout out to MLB for paying homage to the past. I think that's pretty important. So, but hey, we're gonna go to hockey. Almost there. They keep on wanting you to watch hockey, bro. They keep on extending it, man.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I know you are.
I got no skin in the game. Not my team.
The Florida Panthers are currently up 3-2 against the Edmonton Oilers. Finally, Connor McDavid finally woke up because he was asleep the first couple of games. I'm gonna give it to the hockey dude. Dan, take it away.
Now, it wasn't asleep. Florida played way better defense in those first 3 games. Like the whole thing with him is, one of my favorite things that I always send to you is the video of Connor going through the entire Rangers team and scoring the goal. I sent you that video for, I don't know, a couple weeks straight.
And he did something similar to that. It was his game. What was his game? Was it game 4?
But
unbelievable.
literally, like with Florida, like Draisaitl, I think, has only got two points in this series, and they're both assists. He hasn't scored a goal yet. Hyman got a goal the other night, and he scored it off his knee. And I think he's got maybe one other. So, like, it's not like the whole team is blowing up. It's McDavid. Like, if you watch the last two games, like we talked about it the last time, you know, that we talked, that, you know, like Florida, they won 3-0 first game. They won 4-1 the second game. Then they won 4-3 in the third game. And Edmonton got a little confidence in that third game, you know, and then they came out in Edmonton and just absolutely bullied the shit out of Florida and beat them 8-1. And like watching that game, I really didn't fault Bobrovsky. His play, like he didn't give up like crappy goals. It was, you know, point blank shots, bad coverage, you know, in the neutral zone, letting the guys come in with speed. And that's what, like the other night, the game 4 and 5, Edmonton's opened the game in the first period with a shorthanded goal. So they're getting the chance to get momentum, Florida, with the power play. And then, like, they throw it away and give up a shorty. And then they come up empty on the rest of the power play. And then, you know, Edmonton's kind of taking it to them. And, you know, shout out to Connor Brown. He had kind of a rough go of it so far through the playoffs, you know, but he's the dude's been killing them. Like, I believe it was Ekblad was trying to pass it, like, you know, there's a couple adages or rules of hockey. You don't pass it up the middle, and you don't, you know, try to cross ice pass. You know, Ekblad was at one side of the blue line. He tried to pass the puck the whole way across because the other guy, it was like they were the linesmen standing up against the boards. So, you know, try to make a 60, 80-foot pass, and Brown got a, you know, stick on it, and it deflected out in the neutral zone. He beat Barkov to it, and he outweighted Bobrovsky because he went from one side of the net and just held it on the backhand, and then boom, back of the net. But like Bob's played well. So I think Skinner, he's kind of getting his confidence back. Yes. He's been playing some really good goaltending, making some 10-bell saves, and then it's the McDavid effect. He had 4 points in the 8-1 win. He had 4 points in the 5-3 win, and you know, like I said, just like that, you know, video I sent you about that stuff. You watched him crank up the speed through the neutral zone, and he walked 4 defenders, both defensemen, and then he held on to the puck so long that Bob had to he had to respect that he's going to shoot it, and then he just turned his wrist over, put it straight across the crease, and everybody's favorite Corey Perry is right there. He literally, if you watch the replay, came off the bench, and everybody else is staring at McDavid. Nobody picked him up and saw him or looked at him, and he beat everybody to that post, and McDavid put it right on his stick.
Right on the money.
On the money.
That thing was so magical. It was so crazy. Like,
Kev, he literally sliced and diced that whole defense. It was crazy. I was like, wow. And I mean, to be able to do that and the puck control,
hit that speed.
It's like it's like a video game. It's like me with yo E. What's that? What's the button? The turbo button.
Oh, the turbo button, yeah.
Spamming
that turbo button.
NHL 94.
This dude is amazing, man. If you haven't seen this guy play, you know, if you haven't watched hockey, I suggest you watch this guy.
Connor McDavid is a bad man.
This guy's incredible, man. Like I said, man, it took him a little bit to get in his bag because of Florida's and the defense, but yeah.
To me, like, he's been the best player in the playoffs. Like, he's got, I think it's 42 points now. And if this goes 7 games, he's going to break Gretzky's record. I believe it's 47. But he's well on it. Like, he might get it the next game the way he's playing. You know, when they play Friday up in Alberta, if Florida doesn't figure out how to slow him down before he gets going.
Hey, man, they put an 8 spot on him.
Oh yeah, snowman. Yep, they put up a snowman. They
4, yeah.
They scored 13 goals in the last 2 games, man. I mean, this is crazy.
And they only scored 4 in the first 3.
Right.
They figured
so it's like, that's the thing. It's like, you know, just like in the NBA Finals, the hardest game to win is number 4. And that's kind of, you know, I think partial first game, you know, the one where they gave up 8, that, you know, they probably had, you know, family flying in, everything else, all the hoopla, you know, in case they win, and, you know, probably a little distracted and, you know, probably nervous too. But, you know, to go back to Florida, it's like they were asleep for the first 2 periods.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I believe it was like 14 minutes left in the third that I was able to actually start like paying a close attention to it. And like from that point on, Florida was all over them. And they had opportunities. I think Bennett had one on the side of the net that he just missed redirecting it in. I think Rodriguez had one that he just put over the crossbar. I mean, they were coming, but you can't wait till the third to do that, because I believe Edmonton is probably the top team throughout the playoffs in percentage of first goal or goals scored in the first period. And conversely, Florida is the best team in the playoffs with the best third period in scoring goals.
Right.
So, you know, yeah, you can come back, but you can't let them have that. You can't give them that lead. You can't give them a shorty 2 games in a row early to get the lead. It just can't happen.
So, Dan, I got a question for you. In your opinion, Florida obviously has lost all momentum, and going back to Edmonton probably is not going to help them any trying to get it back. So, what do you, being that it's 3-2, going back to Edmonton, what is your prediction? Who is going to win this thing as it currently stands? Of course, we know things could change, but just for right now, what are you thinking?
I'll say this. So pretty much Edmonton was getting worked the first 3 games. And they got put in a position where we lose, we're done, right? And you saw McDavid just go bananas. And then his team kind of got their confidence and started going with them. And then they would go down to, you know, Florida. McDavid goes bananas again because they know if they lose, they're done. Well, Florida's in the position now going to Edmonton going, we got to win this game. Regardless, we don't want to, you know, you'd like to win it on home ice, blah, blah, blah. At this point, that shit doesn't matter. The sole focus should be, we need to win this game. Because now their back's up against the wall. Because guess what? If they go up there and lose, and they got to come back to Florida, do you think miraculously Florida's going to find their mojo after they just got beat 5-3, you know, 6 days ago in their own building? No, and there will be an immense pressure on Florida to win that game 7. So for me, if Edmonton comes out and wins game 6, they're going to win game 7. Unless something crazy happens.
I would say, depending if Florida goes up there and lose, and I think, well, I can't speak for everybody on here, but I think that's what's going to happen. We're going to have a game 7. But if Florida goes up there and gets their tail beat, I am not giving them any chance in hell to go back in Florida and get it done. Now, if it's something like game 3, kind of like with Edmonton, you can see, okay, the first 2 games they was getting their tails kicked, but they was closing the gap.
Mm-hmm.
If Florida loses by 1 goal or something like that and it's tight through the whole game, I will give them a 50-50, well, no, a 51-49 hockey chance in winning in their home building. But momentum is, we all watch sports. Momentum is
everything.
a killer.
It's everything, yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. I just had to ask Dan that because he is the hockey dude. So
and I kind of agree with you. Like, that it's almost like Florida has to score the first goal. You know what I mean? They have to play from ahead and have Edmonton chase them. Because if they get, they give up another shorty or whatever in the first period early, it's going to be shit. Here it goes again. You know what I mean? And their power play really hasn't done squat. I think they've given up 2 shorties, and they may only have 2 power play goals themselves. So, like, their power play's kind of been failing them. But the one positive for them is they're a really good 5-on-5 team. But to me, this is going to boil down to don't let him score first, Edmonton, or for Florida. Don't let Edmonton score first. Close the gap between the defensemen and forwards, and don't let McDavid build up all that speed. Do whatever you got to do to slow him down.
Right.
And you
Agree.
It's hard, but you got to be physical with him. You need to hit him more. You need to wear him down, so he can't, have all that energy that late in the game. But the kid's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And even if Florida wins this Stanley Cup, he may still be the Conn Smythe winner for the losing.
Wow. Has that ever been done before?
I believe they've given it to a goalie on the other team.
Wow. That's saying something.
That's saying a lot. Shout out to Gaming Sports Network for checking us out. Shout out to I lost his name here. Where'd he go here?
Samuel Bears.
Thank
you. Bears, my man. Yeah.
For checking us out tonight, man. Thank you. Dan, I thought I thought this was gonna be a sweep, and then like you said, they woke up. Edmonton woke up. They've been playing. The Panthers been playing good defense. I can't see them like losing this. I really can't. I think they go up there on tomorrow night. I think they finish the deal. I think.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they go up there tomorrow night and finish the deal. I
think you're a homer, sir. I think you're a homer. I think you drinking that Florida water down there, bro.
He's gonna be out there on the parade route, and he ain't gonna see nobody.
Yeah, thank you, Dan. You gonna be out there by yourself, sir? No, I don't think so. I think Edmonton gonna go up there and handle business. This thing is going 7, man. Edmonton put on the show last 2 games. Yeah, I think say what you will.
What's the wonderful thing about this? What we're doing, it's receipts. So we keep receipts. Shout out to Twin Box. Shout out to my man.
Yeah, that's my joint right there. That Twin Box keeps
Twin Box. Yeah. What did D-Dub say about the?
Hold me accountable. I love it.
Yeah, Florida Panthers winning. So we'll see next week. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think they go out there and handle business. No, I'm not drinking Florida water. I actually drink bottled water. So shout out
thank
to
God. Thank you, Jesus. Boy, drinking that Florida water, boy.
Out here in Florida. I love y'all.
All that flood water.
Yeah. Real though. See, look.
Shout out to the people in Florida. We love you guys.
And this is the Kirkland water. Okay. Hey, Mike Mills. What's up, bro? There you go.
Get the memo? Yeah. Oh, Mills got the memo. We're rocking the camouflage tonight. Yo, $5 because your mic ain't on, buddy.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, got him.
Gotcha.
Hey, what was the odd couple guys? Grumpy old men. That's these two going out to the shack to go ice fishing.
Oh yeah. hey Mike, we got to get you in here because we passed the segment of the New York Mets, and we're gonna get back to hockey. But the Grimace I really want to hear your
Let me
what is
mute
going
my
on
mic.
with the Mets and Grimace throwing out the first pitch and the Mets going on this miraculous ride. You coming up
I
here?
don't know, bro. Ride the wave, man. I don't know. Because it's not like anybody got healthy or anybody came back. It's not even like we traded for somebody. I don't know. It's just some Met shit going on. The Amazings, right? The
The
Amazings.
Amazing. Yeah, you right.
Yeah,
It's
the
amazing.
Amazings.
Amazing Mets.
That's
Bro,
all
hey,
I can say. The Amazings.
bro, y'all made McDonald's change their Twitter photo from the Golden Arches to Grimace with a Met cap on.
There you
That's-
go. Let's go Mets.
I doubt it, but
Like that win in London against the Phillies, like that one, I was like, oh my god, like
that was actually a good game. I watched that game. That was actually a good game. That game against
that last play. Oh my god, that could have been bad. I don't know how they did that, but you know. So
all right. So let me turn back to hockey. Go ahead, Dan. I know I said what I said. Yeah, I say the Panthers are gonna win it tomorrow. But go ahead as you close it out, and we'll get to the NBA.
Well, just a couple other things to wrap up.
Go ahead.
Your boy, Barkley Goodrow, who got put on waivers. Yep. Sharks picked him up already.
Good gracious.
Yeah. And then was it Hronek, Philippe Hronek, the defenseman from Vancouver, got an 8-year extension. Your boys, you know, they finally made Tulusky the GM, removed the interim, so he's going to have a lot of fun with all your free agents.
Yeah. Good luck. Yeah.
You got a lot of expiring contracts.
Yeah. I don't know what they're going to do with that, but we'll see.
And I was trying to see Columbus. I can't remember their coach's name, but he made it a whole year and then they fired him. I don't get Columbus. They go through coaches like Cleveland.
Yeah, well, I know ABC works in hockey too.
And then the LA Kings revamped their jerseys. They're going back to the Gretzky era type logo, the black and silver.
Black and silver.
Yeah, so that's one of my favorite jerseys. Is when they went to the black and silver.
I actually like the purple and gold when they first came.
Oh no.
You don't like the purple and gold when they was?
Oh,
I can't remember that.
Put some red socks on them. They look like clowns.
But you remember when they
Yeah,
19? What was it? I forgot what year they came in the league, but I remember when they used to wear purple and gold like the Lakers.
They I want to say they did that as a throwback one year, and they were just awful. Just awful. But Nedeljkovic re-signed with the Pens for like 2 years. I think it was $2.5 million. I'm trying to think what there was anything else. Yeah, I still don't get Columbus. Oh, Darcy Kemper got traded from Washington back to LA for was it Dubois? Like LA gave him like a stupid contract, and I think he had 40 points last year, like 16 goals and like 24 assists. I think it was his worst year. So they were able to unload that contract to Washington and get Kemper back, and then Forward as their goaltender. So, win for LA.
Win for LA. Is that be all, Dan?
Yeah, that's it. Yep. I'm just holding my receipts for D-Dub here. But when we get to this section.
Yeah, hold the receipts, man. Yeah, because he's talking big talk. Yeah, we'll see. Let me go on to the National Basketball Association. As I stated earlier, the NBA has crowned a new champion. The Boston Celtics, they have won their 18th championship. They are one ahead of who they ahead of? The Lakers. They won in I would say a very nondescript fashion on Monday night. Game lacked a lot of, how could I say, it lacked a lot. But before I get to that, let me just read the ratings of the NBA, and this is from Awful Announcing. Here's the ratings for the finals. The finals were, and this is from, let me get the credits right here, from Awful Announcing by Arthur Weinstein. He wrote it today. He says the finals weren't much to talk about in terms of ratings for ABC either. Sports media, watch reporters, they were the least watched NBA finals since 2072 COVID era series. The Boston Celtics 4-1 series win over the Dallas Mavericks. Mavericks averaged 5.8 ratings and 11.31 million viewers on ABC. That's down 3% in viewership, 11.4 million viewers from the 2023 NBA Finals featuring the Denver Nuggets and the Miami Heat. Only the 2020 and the 2021 NBA Finals, both impacted by COVID, featured lower ratings, and this year's Finals was the least watched since 2007 when the San Antonio Spurs and Cleveland Cavaliers locked up, drawing only 9.2 million viewers. As a whole, the 2024 NBA players were significantly down from 2023, according to Sports Media Watch. This year's players averaged a 2.4 rating and a 4.53 million viewers, down 11% and 12% respectively from 2023. ESPN reported Tuesday the NBA Finals led the network ratings for all 5 nights the series aired and led all key demographics. In addition, the release reports the series boasted the highest share of audience ever seen in the key 18 to 34 demographic and blah, 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 blah. D-Dubs, with you because you talked about this immensely during the whole series. We'll talk about the ratings, but what's your thought about this article here from Awful Announcing?
I mean, we said it. I said it earlier that I mean the games just didn't have no buzz. First game, no juice. You know what I'm saying? And it continued. It continued. But I want to also say this is not only NBA thing. This is baseball is also drawing low ratings, and since the what was it post pandemic?
Post pandemic, yep.
Yeah, post pandemic. So the ratings is I don't know. They have some work to do. Both leagues have some work to do. But basketball for certain. This you had the so-called stars. You had them in Luka, Kyrie, Tatum, and Brown, and it still didn't just. It just wasn't it. It was not hitting. And then that night, Game 4, when you had that bludgeon. What was it? Like 120 something to 80 something. I mean, it was awful. I'm assuming that Friday night everybody must have checked out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it wasn't even worth watching. So, yeah, it's awful. It was awful. And with the Game 5 or what was this Game 5? Game 5. I mean, if I had to go to work the next day, I would have been cut that off. I would have cut it off. I wouldn't even bother watching. It wasn't even worth watching because the game was over. Boston was up, and I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if it's the star power. I don't know what it is. Well, no, the games were just not good. Period. And let me just stop searching for words. The game wasn't good. The games wasn't good. It was not good basketball to me.
Mills, what's your thoughts on the ratings and what's your thoughts on the series? Because you thought very highly of the Dallas Mavericks. What happened?
Mavericks in 6.
Yeah, Mavs in 6. Listen, I was going off the Mavs that played the Timberwolves and not the Mavs that played the Celtics. That did not look like the same team. Yeah. I feel like both teams benefited from the way the bracket fell. Like everybody got hurt, Boston. And then the Mavs, they had the Clippers early, so that was a little test for them, show some grit. Then you get OKC, and that's a good team. That'll give you some more star power. And then the Celtics lost, and nobody thought the Celtics was going to lose there. Like, they knew maybe the Timberwolves would push them, but nobody thought nobody thought the Nuggets were going to lose there. Nobody thought the Nuggets was going to lose. So when the Nuggets lost, it's like the Mavs got a shot. So, boom. They benefited. What you got to say?
No,
Oh, you agree?
That's true, but I'm just to get back to a point the best games. If we really wanted to see something, the championship, the Western Conference Finals should have been with the Denver and Minnesota, and in the East it should have been the Knicks and Philadelphia. Those were the two best games
Throughout
throughout the the series.
I agree. Those had the most juice.
Yeah, but go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, but both teams benefited, and then Dallas was overmatched. The Celtics was the best team in the league by a large margin by the beginning of the year. So, all season, they've been the number one team. The only reason they wasn't better is because of their own mistakes. Other teams wasn't forcing them to play bad. They was doing it on their own.
Playing with their food. You said it.
Playing with their food. Just doing what they do. I mean, there hasn't really been a real good competitive finals in a while. Like last year, we knew the Nuggets was going to win. And who was before that? Somebody.
We don't even know.
Exactly. Somebody else knew was going to win.
State, was it Golden State in Boston?
I thought that was like 2 years ago.
Oh, that was
it that quick?
Yeah, it was 22.
Nah, I think it was like 2 years before. I don't know.
Yeah,
or 3.
See, that shows you about the NBA. How
we haven't had a real good them LeBron Miami years. Those was good finals. We didn't have.
I give it to an old boy.
Except maybe the Thunder. The Thunder one was but the other 3 was good.
Yeah,
it's like we don't.
There was some juice. There was some, but it was competitive. It was competitive on both teams. So
teams, yeah,
right.
I mean, Dallas act like they. I mean, Kyrie was play. He didn't play great. I mean, let's be honest. I'm not trying to blame him for the whole thing.
Nah, he played good. Nah, in Boston he played horrible.
Yeah,
in Boston he played terrible. PJ,
he had one game. I think he had that one game.
Yeah, the one game in Dallas.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
And then now he had 2 good games in Dallas. He had like 27 or something the first year in Dallas.
Right.
But they just came. They wasn't playing their game. They wasn't rebounding. Because there's no reason in the world Drew Holiday should have that many rebounds. You got all these big people on the court. There's no reason in the world. Tyson Chandler's helping them. Tyson Chandler needs to stop teaching them to spike the ball. Come down with it with 2 hands and pass it out. How hard is that? They just went away from basic stuff, and then they was looking overmatched. I don't know what it is about Kyrie and that leprechaun in Boston. Go to therapy or something, but he just don't play good there. I don't understand it.
Yo, that Sage was for real. Did he come out with Sage?
And he needed to.
Yeah. He needed a whole bag of Sage.
Yeah.
But shout out to the Celtics because they handled business.
Yeah.
I don't know why they lost one. I thought they was just going. I don't know why they did that. But, it is what it is. Shout out to them. Let's see what happens next year.
I'm with Mike. They was the best team from start to finish.
They was.
They won 80 games in total, 80 and 21, I believe, something like that. Something crazy.
16-3 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yes, it is 64-18 or something. Yeah, it was the best team all year.
Yeah, all year round.
And then the Bucks imploded early. They switched coaches and messed it up. And then
Glenn Rivers.
Oh, Glenn
Rivers. Yeah, I found a way. Yeah, Glenn, I'm talking to you. Yeah. They put Glenn in charge, and then they imploded. It was 20. It was 30-13 at the break. That's a good record. What are we talking about?
Do y'all know? Speaking of Glen Rivers, do you know that? I forgot. Not Netflix. One of these shows has is a Hulu about the Clippers, right?
Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne is Doc Rivers, Glenn Rivers.
What?
I was listening to Dan Patrick last week, and he had Lawrence Fishburne on. I was like, when and why is there a movie about the Clippers?
And Glenn Rivers, why?
Why is Larry Fishburne playing Glenn Rivers?
It's about the Donald Sterling mess, all that stuff.
True fact about Lawrence Fishburne. He said on the interview with Dan Patrick, he says he doesn't follow professional sports at all. So he didn't know. He didn't know who Glenn Doc Rivers was. So he says this gives him the autonomy to play the role without some preconceived notion.
Right. Okay.
I find that some people don't follow sports. They're not.
It's not hard to play Doc Rivers. Just don't coach.
That's what I was gonna say. He has the same amount of experience as Doc.
I'm playing Doc Rivers right now. They scoring again.
Yeah.
Play some defense.
Y'all crazy.
Pass the ball.
Y'all are wrong for my man Glenn Rivers.
I'm playing Glenn Rivers right now.
Getting back to the series. Hulu. Thank you. Getting back to the series. Yes, it was a very climatic series.
Hard to watch.
That it was.
Word.
And
Hard to watch.
that game 4 was just that just threw me over, bro. I was like, okay, really?
Yeah.
Every time I saw PJ Washington try to drive the ball, I threw up. I was like, what is he doing? You're trying to create? No. Put Jaden Hardy in. Put Tim Hardaway in. Somebody that can break a press. Put them in. What are we doing here? Like, it's heartbreaking to watch.
Yeah.
Man.
So now we move on to
free agency.
And there's already been a few trades, and a trade. Alex Caruso from the Bulls goes to OKC for Josh Giddey. I was kind of surprised by that one.
That's interesting for multiple reasons.
Yeah, yo, I'm not going there with you, Mike.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't doing that. No.
Oh, okay.
No, where I'm going with it is like they've been trying to trade Levine for like a year and a half.
Gotcha.
But you couldn't get rid of Levine, but you got rid of Caruso. Like, that's weird.
Yeah. That's kind of. I just did. I'm like, and the age gap. I'm like, I didn't. Caruso's like 30. I think Josh Giddey is 21.
Wily vet.
Yeah, I don't know. But the main news, moderator. I'm sorry. The main,
you got it. I got it queued up. According to CBS Sports, Sam.
News.
Shout out to CBS Sports. They're on our ticker on sportschaserspodcast.net. The Los Angeles Lakers are hiring JJ Redick to their next head coach. Sources confirmed to CBS Sports Bill Redick, a 15-year NBA veteran who played for the Orlando Magic, Milwaukee Bucks, LA Clippers, Philadelphia 76ers, New Orleans Pelicans, and the Dallas Mavericks, was most recently in a TV analyst role with ESPN as of this past Monday, right? He has never coached at the professional nor amateur level. While successful on the court, Redick's rise to prominence has largely come through the media as he's hosted a podcast during his playing career since retiring. He has worked as a critically acclaimed broadcaster for ESPN. Now Redick takes one of the highest profile gigs in the coaching profession for his first job. I'm gonna do myself like the DA does, cut to the chase. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nobody was going to take this job while the chosen one is still there and he's calling the shots. Shame on, and I know Ryan's not here to I guess
guys.
Yes, Ryan had to go.
Yeah, to save the Lakers. That's all he was going to do. It makes sense, guys.
I can't believe they didn't get Lawrence Fishburne. He at least had some experience.
Yo, Dad, you stupid. That's a good one though.
They fired Mark Jackson and Van Gundy because they thought they was going to go coach, and then JJ Redick go coach. Now what?
But here's the thing that people, had me to believe, and DA said it. He's been saying it. Hurley was never going to take this job. Why would he? No. Why would he take this job knowing that this guy still has his imprint? And somebody sent some meme in the group chat about the famous ventriloquist dummy.
That was DA. Stupid.
Yeah, that was DA that sent that, right?
Yo, man.
This is what this is going to be. And then you know what's going to happen?
He gonna throw the toy out. Yep. My toy is broken.
Yep.
The toy is broke.
Yep. Because it wasn't Darvin. It was Darvin Ham's fault last time, right?
Yeah.
Right. It was the guy that won on the championship. Who was it?
Frank Vogel.
Frank Vogel, right?
Yeah.
The list goes on and on and on and on with this guy.
Yo,
so
man.
JJ Redick, I wish you the best.
Enjoy your year.
I'm not liking Braun Laker legacy. I'm not liking it. It's real tainted. It feels sinister. I said LeBron's Laker legacy. I'm not liking it.
And the Laker fans, you talk to most real Laker fans, not the LeBron Laker fan. I'm talking about real Laker fans.
Pre-LeBron Laker fans.
Pre-LeBron, right? Yeah. They are so ready for this guy to move on. It's almost like they're hijacking, their team. Shout out to my cuz Shauna. Shauna's checking in tonight. Shout out, cuz. What's really good, cuz?
Yo,
But
Fitness in the house.
Yeah, right. Yo, this is not gonna work. Just like you got this guy. He's pulling the strings, and hey, again, this is a indictment on the Lakers management and organization. I have heard nobody talk about
Jeannie Buss,
Rob Pelinka. You are relinquishing your power to this guy silently and acting like nobody else know what's going on here. Everybody knows what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I'm here for it, man. I'm here for the Lakers' demise and the destruction of that thing. So I don't care.
I hate you talk.
I don't. Yeah, I really don't care. I hope shout out to all my Laker fans. You know what I'm saying? But y'all deserve this because y'all went along with it. Y'all went along with the man that y'all knew he was a murderer. And y'all kept on, and y'all didn't report him.
Certified coach killer. Top 3 coach killer all time.
Coach killer.
Certified coach killer.
For YouTube purposes, he didn't mean the
Oh, I'm sorry. He deleted. He's a deleter. He's a life deleter.
What?
Yeah.
A life deleter.
A life
For
deleter.
purposes, he can't say the N-word.
A population evener.
Yeah. He's a coach deleter. This is what he does. But hey, I'm here for it. So I'm here to talk about it. I love it. The NBA, this is all, WWE.
Let's look at this. Have the Lakers improved their roster?
Absolutely not. No.
Can they improve their roster?
Yeah.
How? You're gonna be paying LeBron $60 million next year.
There you go.
Easy. What Anthony Davis getting to go in the ambulance 28 games out the year?
Nah, he was healthy this year. Don't do that. He was healthy this year. He showed he could be healthy.
He played good this year, but
I seen the trainer throw a towel at that man and he crumbled to the ground. So I'm sorry.
Dog, it's just mighty funny. Man. When one gets hurt, the other one gets hurt. It's just all these fake stuff that you see out there. I know, and the real Lakers fans know what I'm talking about. They have to be mad, but they just
not like us. They not like us.
Yeah. They not. They know what time it is.
Any Laker fans out there, chime in, please. Let us know. How does it feel? How does it feel? Not only that your team is in demise and has been for a long time now, right? It's not getting any better, and you just seen your arch enemy, the Boston Celtics, win number 18, and their future looks bright.
Yeah. But the man that said he was going to be not 1, not 2, not 3, he only got you 1, and that's a bubble. That really don't count for nothing. That's like I know y'all counted to your record. That's just like counting, a D is passing.
It's just like counting that banner that they put up halfway through the season.
Yeah, dog, a D is passing. Yeah.
Would you say there are D's? D is passing. Hey, I passed. I got a D.
Yeah, that's a funky title.
Two tacos and a Baja Blast.
Yeah, dog. Come on.
Shout out to the gamers. What's that?
Haas, you stupid.
Yes, he is.
But he right.
Dan, you had something to say? I saw you in the corner there.
No. I just.
Yeah, go ahead, Dan. Get off your chest.
Come on, Dan.
I'm just gonna wheel my bowl of popcorn out.
Oh yeah, because that's what they do. This is what
and watch the movie.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. This is what happened. So, but kudos. This is JJ Redick's time. Everybody trying to tell me that he's gonna be Pat Riley or what's my other man?
Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd. I'm like, okay, all right. Jason Kidd ain't won nothing.
He just got beat down.
Pat Riley's Pat Riley. That's the godfather right there. But he put his time in. But hey, it is what it is. But kudos to him, and hopefully, he'll get this team back on the right track. But it's not going to get there until this man. You already got this man talking about draft his son at 55. The NBA is going to a 2-night NBA draft. What? Why?
Why? Yeah.
Why we all of a sudden? Yeah, it's 2 nights.
We don't need 2
the
nights.
26th and 27th.
Wait a minute.
Nobody watches past pick 10, pick 12. What is? Never mind.
Hey, sir, don't kill
I'm not going to do that.
I'm sorry. Don't delete the message. Don't delete the messenger. I'm just telling you. I'm just giving you the. Yes, it's 2 nights. It's the first night, and the second day is going to be at like 4:00 in the afternoon sometime soon. So
is this because of the pick number 55?
One is to surmise, and one is to the guess that's the reason why I would, but they say it's not. Of course, they're gonna say that.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah,
Dang.
So he's not. And speaking of that young man, again, I don't know what person would want to put themselves in that situation to be in this type of situation. I mean, target on your back every night if you so happen to get out there. But we live in a different time, different world.
Did y'all hear or read that they I forgot, I think it was Paul George came out his mouth and said that Bronny James remind him of Jrue Holiday?
Man, I'm about to
playoff P. Playoff P.
Disrespectful.
He said
that man wasn't averaging 20 something in Philly.
Jrue Holiday got what, 2-3 chips? 2 chips now?
2 chips.
Okay. 2. Milwaukee and Boston. That's blasphemous.
I just think these guys, I cannot wait for the 30 to 30 to come out on this, because some of these guys are not being real with themselves, and they just want to go to the white party in the Hamptons, with Justin Timberlake. I don't know.
I just hope the Hornets draft them. That will solidify them as the worst team in the East.
The loser. Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, you're right.
Eric, before we get out of here, we got any WNBA news? Because Ryan had to go. Anything?
Yeah, he made it clear. Ryan made it clear.
You might want to ask the other WNBA guy up in the top left over there.
That's right. Yeah, Dan. Dan wanted to real quick. Dan, WNBA news. Go ahead, Dan.
Hold on. So, what's the little stupid thing that brings up the receipts?
Oh, Twin Box. Don't call it stupid, sir. Dan, that's one of our.
I'm sorry. I couldn't remember that. But D-Dub said that. They said what 2 weeks ago? The Fever trash. They're trash. And we went back and said, hey, they haven't been able to practice. They play every other night. They've been playing the 3 best teams in the league every damn night. And what happened when they got some practice?
They ran off 3 straight.
They ran off 4 straight, or the 4 at home.
Yeah,
but yes, they're actually in the playoffs right now. So, like I said, give them some time, get them some practice. Hey, it's amazing. They work on some stuff. Boston starts hitting layups. I mean, what more can you ask for? But I do feel bad. Cameron Brink has a torn ACL from the other night. Mm-hmm. And it looked bad. It didn't want to happen. I felt bad for her. And I don't know what they're going to do for the 3-on-3 Olympics. Like if they're going to, because I think they had 4 players to begin with.
Yes.
But
I want to stop everybody from right now. No.
You already know what's going to happen.
I was thinking it.
Clark, let me stop y'all right now. No, she's not eligible for it. So we're going to stop that right now. But go ahead, Dan.
Oh.
But so they'll have to figure out, somebody else to put in there. But the interesting thing was it last Saturday? I think they played, or was it Sunday? One on the two. But when the Sky played the Fever again for the second time,
highest watched
in 23 years,
highest watched game.
And then to top that off, they're going to play again this Sunday.
Yeah.
So, what's going on for them? Is great. They're getting big crowds. They're getting viewership. I think the TV rights media deal thing is coming up, so hopefully they can get paid on that. But yeah, like it's wild to me though. Like, was it? Oh, the young girl's name was Gray for the Vegas. She finally got back from like a year off of injury last night and played for Vegas. But Vegas, for being the 2-time champions, they're struggling a bit.
Mm-hmm.
They lost a couple of games.
They're only like 500.
Yeah.
Granted, they only played like 10 games opposed to everybody else. But anyway.
Hey, Dan, you want to?
I think it's Chelsea Gray. I think it was who it was.
Chelsea Gray. Okay.
I think. But yeah, so you like the Connecticut, man, they're on fire. They're 13-1. New York's the second. That's probably the second best team at 12-3, and then you got Minnesota at 12-3. Yeah, and then there's a gaggle of teams that are like 500. But yeah, there should be some good games coming up. Like, so Chicago beat Dallas tonight, and the Liberty beat.
Oh no, Dan. Oh no, you're not gonna get away with that. Not tonight. It was
What?
at 12:00 in the afternoon that nobody knew about because I was like,
What game?
Dallas Wings and
Dallas
Chicago
was the
Sky.
middle of the afternoon. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, I just saw the score.
Yeah.
See, I got Enrique on my fantasy team, but she was out the other night. So I didn't get to check before the game started. On the bench, she gave me 36.
Mike, and that game was at 12:00 in
Yeah, like who's checking a fantasy team that early in the day?
12:00.
Yeah.
But shout outs to Angel Reese. Angel Reese did a seventh consecutive double for rookie NBA. She said an NBA record today. So
We're just gonna put this out here because I was all over Boston for missing layups. You know how this girl gets a double every game?
go ahead, Dan.
Is she rebounding her own shit that she misses?
Oh,
She can't shoot a layup either.
Damn,
She just be throwing the ball at the rim. She just
This-
be,
Oh my
go get it.
Yeah, like
I did see the highlights today. I was like,
Oh,
hey, Mike, What you
she
said?
like
she threw it
shooting
back
she
in?
just, and go get it. And then, like she's crazy down there.
It's like she's playing volleyball.
taps with herself. Like she playing taps.
Yeah, boys are wild. It's true though.
She
I
be
see
grabbing the
highlights.
rebounds though.
She did.
Well, her
she did.
teammates, man, she be grabbing them too. She good on getting them offensive boys.
She
She be
was.
grabbing them boys.
She was.
She is literally Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
Of the WNBA.
I
A
give
little
her
more
that.
offense, but yeah. She rebound like them.
She rebounds like him, but she can't shoot. She can shoot free throws. But yeah, like layups, that's her kryptonite.
Yeah.
Just let her in the paint.
Lower that rim, she could dunk. She won't be missing nothing.
Oh, they don't want to
They
hear
don't
that.
want the rim lower, man. They want to be equal. Let them be equal.
Hey, don't shoot me. It's just an opinion.
I'm just saying. I'm just telling you.
Well,
Listen, I agree. I mean, that would
Don't
be
delete
fire
me.
if they could.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they want to be equal, so let them be equal, man. Let them have their 10-foot rims.
True that.
That's
Play with a
Dan,
bigger ball, but let me chill.
that's Dan K with the WNBA as well as hockey.
I say play with the real ball.
Great show tonight, Mike Mills. Since you talking, where are we number one at, Mike?
Oh, we number one in Takistan. Shout out to Takistan.
Ain't that the terrorist country, man?
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, that's
what?
it.
So you trying to get us dropped? Yo, we
I'm
apologize.
just trying to
I
tell you, man.
apologize for him now. I don't listen.
Mute his ass.
We just here to
Whatever y'all political views are, is y'all political views.
yeah,
I
man.
appreciate y'all supporting
We
us.
just talking about sports. Yeah.
Yeah, we just talking about
we just
sports.
talking about sports.
Here
Help
comes
me
this
get my
guy.
grandma out the hood.
Hey, man.
Don't pay him no attention.
Yo, man, you need to be
Listen out.
banned. Kevin,
Word.
you need to ban this man for a whole year.
Baby.
Yeah,
I got-
Ryan
You
Garcia.
they
will
gonna
be
find-
relinquished
they
for
gonna-
a whole year,
They're gonna
sir.
find me. They're gonna find me tonight. I'm gonna get this message in the morning. But
Yeah.
Get
long
that
text, this
email.
long email.
8 o'clock
You gonna
a.m.
see-
sharp.
Yeah,
hope all is
Takistan
well.
Flags. Yeah.
Mike, go ahead. Party shots, man, before we get out of here, man. But for real, shout out to Takistan. Yo, we're number one again for the sports chase again. You know what I'm saying? And for sports in their country, man. Shout out to Takistan. Go ahead, Mike.
We'll take
Shout
it.
out to Takistan. Shout out DA. Shout out Ryan. Shout out everybody that's here. Shout out everybody tuned in. Shout out everybody that's not tuned in. Shout out to the people that's going to hear this later. A shout out to LeBron, the certified coach killer. All right.
Oh, Coach Delita.
Coach Delita. And Glenjamin Rivers. Shout out to him too. Glenjamin Rivers. Shout out to him too.
Hey,
Mike, you coming in smoking, bro.
Number one in tackle stand. Shout out to them.
Shout out to Lawrence Fishburne for playing Glenn.
Word.
And future Laker coach. Hey, it's Hollywood. He's right down the street.
All Hollywood.
All Hollywood. Dan, go ahead. What's your party shot, man?
Great show. Good to see everybody. I will say, just I have the baseball game up, and they just did a half inning of black and white.
Yeah, I'm watching that, Dan. That's
and that was cool. And so, that's probably the first thing I'm gonna give ESPN any kudos for, because hockey and NBA would have been so much better if TNT was running the show.
Word.
But I'm going to leave it at that. But, hopefully, we'll be watching hockey on Monday. And Kevin, you'd be like the guy from Office Space sitting there goes, I said no salt in my daiquiri. I'm going to write a letter. You're going to be on the beach with your little drink with a little, sombrero in it, and nobody's going to be walking by. Because if Florida don't get it done in Edmonton, no parade for you.
I'm just going to cover the parade, man. I mean,
I hope they win. I'd love to see it. But
parade down A1A, man. So
Detroit have.
Shout out to all the Florida Panther fans that's down this way, man. Shout out to y'all, man. 30 years y'all been in existence, and hopefully y'all can get it done. How many cups the Oilers have? What is it, 4?
6, I think.
6.
Because they won 4 in a row.
They won 4 in a row during the.
And then after Gretzky left, I think they won 2.
2 with Messier and right.
Then they all went to like New York and LA.
Right. Where they
like in Messier and Anderson, I think went to New York.
Yes.
And then McSorley and Gretzky to LA.
Yep. D-Dubs, you've been very very funny today. What's your party shots, man? You got anything else left?
Nah, man, everything was good. Good show tonight, fellas. As always, appreciate Ryan coming through. Shout out to the DA. Shout out to our super producer. See him back soon. Everybody, appreciate for joining us on the Sports Chasers podcast, and we'll see you next week. And throughout the week, check us out on social media and on the threads, and we're gonna keep doing what we do.
Keep doing what we doing. Appreciate that. The angry one, what you got for us, bro?
Oh, shout out too. My computer didn't freeze up. You seen that? Fixed it.
Word. Yeah, because he's about to get another email.
Froze a couple of minutes ago.
Yo, man, let me live, man. Let me live.
Oh, an email. Oh.
I hope this message finds you well.
Oh man,
Mike, you just got that.
Yeah, I just clicked when you said it again. That's an email. I thought he meant from them. No, I know where this email's coming from. That's scarier than them.
You already know.
Go ahead, E.
Well, man, great show as always. Shout out to Takistan. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the comments. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Word.
And man, appreciate everybody up here tonight. Good to see everybody. Shout out to Junior DA Ryan. Appreciate you. Man, nothing heavy, man. I just want to say congratulations to the Boston Celtics. And as always, I always say that sports is a microcosm of what goes on in the world today. Just look at Boston. Keep plugging away, and you could be a champion too one day. That's all I got.
I thought you were gonna do Jason Tatum. We did it. I was like, dude,
he ain't doing that.
Keep checking free. You can get it done.
He just looked like
bad setbacks.
Yeah, he just looked like he did everything from everybody else. That's all. That was my. He looked like he's taking celebrations for different eras. I was like, dude,
Be yourself.
Wildin'. Be
You
yourself.
think he texts that? You think he texts that number?
Y'all are dumb. Y'all are dumb. Nope. Listen, my parting shot. My parting shot is a great show as usual. Love these guys. Thank you. Appreciate the DA in his absence. Excuse me, the DA in his absence. Shout out to Ryan. He couldn't hang around for a little bit, but shout out to Ryan. He was here the whole NBA playoffs.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Salute to Ryan, man. Ryan, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. I'm pretty sure I'll talk to you a little bit later on, man. But thank you, Ryan, man. Ryan has been there. He's been hanging in there with us. And, talking, Ryan loves the NBA. Go ahead, D-Dubs.
Yeah. Definitely, I'll be shouting out at Ryan. Hey, shout out to E with that hat, man. I love the character hat. So up there, you got Bugs Bunny, Elmer Fudd over there. That's a dope hat right there.
Appreciate that. It was a Father's Day gift, man.
Oh, nice.
If you know, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Appreciate you.
That's what's up, man.
Sure.
Like I said, shout out to Junior in his absence, man. Great show. Funny show. These guys are funny, man. None of this is scripted. I just want to let the audience know the sound of the voice. None of this is scripted. There's no producer in my ear telling us to say this, say this. This is all organic. This is all chemistry, and it's all coming from the heart. And we love sports, and it comes out in various ways. Mike Mills in his way. I mean, he just comes in just swinging. D-Dubs with his, we got to censor him. We about to ban him. Get a letter in the morning. Yeah. I hope this letter serves you well.
We're gonna go to Paris, man. We're gonna go to the Olympics.
Best regards.
Pakistan.
We ain't going to Pakistan or Pakistan.
We ain't going to Pakistan. Thanks to you. That shit might have sailed. I'm gonna have to go make amends.
Yeah, I know, right? Go to the every system like that, man. Jeez. Yeah, but shout out to Pakistan, man. You know what? I'm just gonna go. On behalf of myself, I'm Kevin Owen, your host and moderator for Dan, Katie Hockey Dude for D-Dubs with his crazy self, for Mike Mills, for James the Angry One, for the DA in his absence, and for Junior in their absence, man. Yo, this is the Sports Chasers podcast. Have a great and amazing week. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, man, and be safe, be good. Yo, we out. Peace till next week. Later.
That's a wrap for today's episode of the Sports Chasers podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platforms, and connect with us on all social media channels for exclusive content and updates. We'd also love for you to join the conversation, share your thoughts, and become part of the Sports Chasers community. And remember to tune in next time for some more real sports talk. Until then, stay frosty.